By now, you may have noticed that real skateboarders have real marks on their boards. And your board is looking clean. Too clean. The reason skaters have marks on their boards is because they're doing different slide tricks. And today, well, we're going over the most basic slide trick, the board slide. Well, if you're lucky enough to have a fresh new board, take a picture of it, Instagram it, I don't know, show it off to your friends or something, because once we get done today, it's gonna look like a bunch of chicken scratch. You may be thinking, what can I board slide? Well, board slides can be done on ramps, rails, ledges, curbs, even a couch, pretty much whatever you can get onto. But today we're gonna be going over the board slide on a flat bar, since you can find them everywhere really. Skate park, maybe your buddy's got one, or you could steal one. I would. So now let's go outside and go find one. Found one. Let's define a board slide. This is when you slide on an object in the middle of the board in between the trucks, and nothing but the bottom of the board should be touching. That's where the marks come from. Board slides are the true test to see how much balance you have. If you get caught leaning too far one way or the other, well, you're gonna fall off. So first of all, we're gonna go over how to get onto the board slide. And you're gonna need to have a good ollie. And you're gonna have to have an ollie at least as high as the flat bar, because otherwise then you're not gonna get on it. So when you pop your ollie, you wanna turn your shoulders and your upper body toward the rail. Don't worry, because your board will follow. You wanna make sure you ollie high enough and turn a complete 90-degree rotation before landing on the rail. So if you don't turn 90 degrees, you're not gonna be doing a board slide. It's gonna look like a Barney slide or something. So we're sliding. The goal right now is to, well, get centered and find your balance. Then you're gonna wanna keep your feet in, well, one position, because you don't want them moving around, because you will fall off. If you get on the rail wrong, well, there are a few unfortunate scenarios that you can find yourself in. If you lean too far back, you're gonna slip out. And if you lean too far forward, you might find yourself on your face. And if you get on tilted, well, you're gonna quickly lose your balance. So the more balance you have on the rail gives you a better chance of making it to the end. I recommend you practice getting onto your board slides with something stable and unwaxed, something you won't slip out on. Maybe a parking block or a curb would be a good place to start. So once you start getting comfortable getting onto your board slides on curbs or parking blocks, well, of course it's time to bring it to the rail. When you begin to learn your board slides, I strongly suggest that you start with the end of the rail. At the end of the rail, there's a lot less problems that can go wrong in this situation, because less rail, less problems, right? So let's break this board slide down. Give me some slow-mo. So when you ollie onto the flat bar, do it the same as you would on the curb, but make sure you land with your knees slightly bent and your arms spread out, ready to catch your balance. Skate up to the rail at a moderate speed you feel comfortable with. As silly as this sounds, when you're first learning board slides, you want to keep your arms up and spread out the whole time you're on the rail. Trust me, it's going to help you balance. So you've made it to the end of the rail, your knees are bent and you're ready to land. And you find yourself having two choices right now. You could return to the way you were riding, or you can finish off your rotation and land fakie and roll away switch. It's really whatever's more comfortable with you. So that was the board slide. The backside board slide to be exact, and this is a great trick to learn for your other slides and eventually even your grind tricks. So subscribe to Ride Channel and watch my future episodes, and leave me a comment on this video, things that you liked, you didn't like, or even something original would be kind of nice. Otherwise then, keep practicing your board slides, mark up your board, and I don't know, you can finally head to the mall with your head held high and that street cred on your board. The mall. I like food courts. I wonder if they have pizza, maybe ice cream. I'm hungry. You're gonna take your back foot off, you're gonna move it up to about your front foot, you're gonna put it on the ground. Get your board high, you're gonna have to bend your knees up. Touch your knees to your chin if you have to.